Luca,
Yeah.
what um, what does the F stand for?
Well, the F stands for a few things:
Yeah.
fun, friends,
Huh.
and fuck.
ALFA Relations, driving change forward.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of ALFA Relations. My name's Luca, and I'm here with.
Alex.
And Alan.
And today we have ourselves a special guest. He is a recent graduate at Concordia University. He is the F to our Alpha. He has a passion for fashion. He was the photographer for our first ALFA Relations photo shoot. And the man's got sass.
And a fat ass.
Yeah.
Everyone welcome Faisal.
What up, squad?
Let's go.
That was some
Let's
introduction.
go.
let me tell you.
But it only took us like 5 minutes to get it down. You know?
So good. Was
Yeah.
that planned? The fat ass part? Was that planned? Or did that just happen?
I don't know. Alex, you tell us.
That's so good.
You'll
So
never know.
Oh God.
Alex,
All right.
good
But-
stuff. Good stuff. But,
Thank you.
good to see you again there, Faisal.
What
What?
up, fam?
I mean, I'm a bit shocked here. I mean, like, how'd you do it?
What, you never thought this day would come?
Well, no, I thought I would have to wait at least, the next 60 years. But like, how'd you do it?
I know. Honestly, it's all about the timing, fam. It's all about the timing.
You're right.
It's new year, new you. I come in, I contribute to that new you. There we go.
Faisal, like,
I was trying to set up this joke so bad. I was trying to
working.
set it
It's
up
not
so
working.
bad.
Faisal, I was gonna ask you how'd you do it, and you were gonna go like, how'd I do what? I'm like, how'd you come back from the dead? Because remember in the first
I mean,
episode,
listen. If
Oh.
you want me to, if you
Yeah.
need to tell me this, you know damn well I'm gonna go on random tangents. Like this is
That was
nothing
beautiful. Huh? No, bro.
new.
All right.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
okay. How about I'm done with my attempt there. You know?
Wait,
Thank
do it again.
you.
Do it again. Okay, Alan, do it again.
Okay. All right. Holy shit. Okay. Faisal, it's good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too, fam.
All right. I'm left I'm a little bit awestruck here. How'd you do it?
How did I do what?
No. Oh boy. No.
He just set you up too.
Yep, you did. Did. Or okay, third time's the charm. You know?
Oh, God.
Are we both gonna play with
God.
it?
I'm keeping this all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Faisal, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, buddy.
I'm just completely blown away. How'd you do it?
How to do what, fam?
How'd you come back from the dead?
What's my line? I don't know what my line is. What's my line?
Improvise.
When I improvise, you don't like it. When I don't improvise, you don't. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Oh my God.
We were gonna listen to this episode like this.
No.
For the kite beforehand, or
No alcohol or drugs were consumed before this episode.
This
Nope.
is a holy
Just to put
household.
we are refined individuals here.
Oh my God. Well,
Fuck.
Faisal, it's nice to see you. Nice to have you
Nice
on the
to see you
podcast.
too. Nice to see you
Hi.
too. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's
Let's
been a minute
go.
since we talked.
Happy
Finally.
New Year. Welcome.
Mhm, mhm.
Like we're gonna start off like we do with all our guests. Just giving you the opportunity, giving you the floor, just to tell us a little bit about your origins, where you're from, how you got to where you're at right now, and anything that you want to talk about yourself.
My origin story. Damn.
Yeah, that's it. Think of Marvel. Think of Marvel.
Let's go. Okay. Let's see. So I've been living in Montreal for almost 10 years now. So 2011 was when I moved. So I was 14 at the time. I moved from Lebanon. And what else? So I went to Concordia, as mentioned earlier, and I just graduated, and I currently work in talent attraction at a fashion company. And yeah, think that's like a good gist of who I am and what my background is. I guess the details I'll let you guys ask me questions about because I don't know what you guys have set up. And I don't want to ruin anything either. So yeah.
All right. Well, that was good. That's suspenseful. If that was a Marvel comic book, I mean, just like, yo,
Mhm.
let's read the next 50 pages into it, you know?
That was a trailer.
But the best part is, you know, we're gonna help you be the authors here, you know, to this wonderful story. So Faisal, you talked about like, I mean, so you came here 10 years ago. You were in your mid-teens.
Hmm.
And one thing, you know, like when we became friends and we were talking about that I was always left wondering is just like what was that whole, you know, process like for you? You know, what did that feel like? I mean, and if you could just like walk us from the get-go, the second you're here, you're getting yourself established. Was their family already here? Your parents? Like, you tell us.
So basically, I had started visiting Montreal when my brothers first moved when I was 10. So like once or twice a year I would come. So I was kind of familiar with the area before I even moved ish.
Mhm.
So it's funny because when I came here in 2011, I was here on vacation again. I was supposed to go back to Lebanon. And then a week before we were supposed to go back, and it was like August or something, we go see like our immigration lawyer because I mean I was supposed to be living here the whole time, but like I couldn't just because I mean I was really young at the time. My parents weren't like it was just like didn't work. So he was pretty much like, oh, like if you leave now, there's no chance of him like getting like his PR extended or his citizenship in the long run.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So my parents were like, well, you're staying. So
No.
it was like, yeah, I had like literally one suitcase and my like it was just the most like sudden thing. But I was excited because like I mean I had my brothers here, so two of them moved here in 2010. Yeah, 2010. No, JK, that's a lie. 2007. Sorry, I'm used to saying 20 now. Is that weird? Like 20, I've heard 2020 so often that I'm just like 2020, whatever.
Yeah,
2007.
whatever
20,
floats your boat. I mean, you can single digit it
but
if you want, you know, but
um, I don't know what you just said to be honest.
did it cut?
No.
No, I think I was just talking at the same time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay, you know? Don't
What'd
mind
you
me.
say?
I said you can single digit it if you want to sound it out.
And 2007. There we go.
Yo, Alan's eyes and all just got so big when he said that for some reason.
Uh, but
Beautiful.
yeah, I don't know. So I moved. So I moved here 2011. I think the first month was definitely the hardest because I mean I had nothing to do quite literally because school hasn't started yet. And I remember my mom was like, "Do you want to come back down for like a month?" And it was Ramadan at the time, so I was like, she was like, "You can like spend it with us, and then you can come back before school starts."
Mhm.
And the reason I said no was because I had started a World of Warcraft subscription. We had great Wi-Fi at home.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I had my priorities in check clearly when I was 14.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was like the shittiest one because I had no friends. All I knew was like my brothers and their friends. And my brothers are like older than me. You know what I mean? Like the least age difference is like 7 years. So
Mhm.
at 14, it's like 21 and 25. You know what I mean? So I mean, they tried the best they could, and I appreciate them for it. But it's just like not the same, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So and then as soon as school started, obviously like stuff started rolling, and it was fine. But no, it was a fairly easy transition for me, to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this case, like you talk about school and like with your parents, like if we could just go back and look at that for a bit more. So were your parents then coming and going, or like what was the situation? You know, like were they here
Pretty
half the time,
much.
or yeah? Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. My mom more than my dad, just because my dad had to work a bit more. Yeah, so my mom would do kind of like a month or two in each country. For like the longest time, she stayed at one point when I was like 17 or something for like a full 10 months straight,
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
and then back to the back and forth. Less so the last like 2 years, but now like they've been here since March. This is
Mhm.
I think the longest that they've both been here, like at one shot. So it's pretty cool.
Did they stay in Montreal due to COVID or
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And they also didn't want to leave me alone. And then towards the end, they would have went back in November, but then I
Mhm.
was having my surgery, so that was like, oh, like we're obviously not going to leave you alone again. So
Mm.
someone needs to take care of your one-armed duties. So yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. So it was chill.
Well, actually, I have just a spontaneous question. So, did you have to like learn French or English upon your arrival, or were these languages that you've already like known?
So English I've spoken my entire life, pretty much.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't think I would have this kind of English otherwise, because everyone's like, "Why is your English so good? Do they teach you that in Lebanon?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, they do. We're an educated country, like thankfully." And I was on the English side of the country, so French was a bit less for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I went to like an English school, and all my friends were. The nice thing about it was like I'd have a lot of my friends were like half Lebanese, and then there was like half American or like half Japanese, half South African. So it was like very mixed,
Cultural.
and
Mhm.
everyone came. So that's why like I was able to learn English at a way my brothers hadn't even learned. Like
Mm.
Mhm.
when they moved here, they straight up apparently had accents. I don't remember that, but they were like
Oh.
we had like mad accents,
Mm.
and I just moved here like I speak English quite well.
Hey.
And yeah, so it worked out. But French is a work in progress, that's for sure. It's always been a struggle of mine. Yeah.
So you know what they say, just fake it till you make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now try. I did not last 3 years in retail. I was not faking it, so I made it. That
Guys,
was
so
good.
I'm pretty sure. Can you see me right now?
Oh, you're
No, you're
frozen.
lagged.
No, you're
You're frozen
frozen,
on
but
my
we could
screen.
hear
But
you.
we can hear your audio though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My it seems that my webcam has gone kaputs here, but if you can hear the audio and that sounds okay, we're just gonna keep it like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it works. It works.
Yeah. And so it gives it more of a that sensory experience. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Keep it
Because
sexy.
exactly, all you hear is the voice. Yeah.
It's true.
That's
Alan gets butt naked because he's frozen, and then the camera starts to work again.
that would be really funny if the
It's
camera.
gonna set the theme with his ASMR gig he's trying to get
Mm,
coming up.
God.
Hey,
honestly,
don't be revealing my plans too soon now.
I feel like Alan should definitely start like an OnlyFans ASMR type
Oh,
Funny enough,
situation,
yep.
right?
funny enough, you mentioned that I got an email
I'm
from
dead.
OnlyFans maybe within the last 2 weeks. All right, I just
Who'd you
woke up.
subscribe to?
No, I didn't subscribe to anyone. Look, hey, whoever's out there, if you have my email, all right, come on. The joke is up. Very funny. All right. But someone looks like tried to make an account and use my email, all right, because I was the last stage, right? Oh, hi, Alan, please confirm this email address. I'm like, no. No. And then I thought,
Not you, Luca.
No, it wasn't me. It
I went
wasn't
to all
me.
the boys. I went to all the boys. And then I went to another close friend of mine, and because he's done something like this before to my younger brother, and we have a mutual, we have a chat, right? So it's
Mhm.
the three of us, and I asked him, his name is Jack. I'm like, Jack. I'm like, yeah. It's like you wouldn't have happened to have maybe an OnlyFans account, like like you made Harry a Pornhub account all those years ago, right? I was like, no. It says, but that'd be really whoever did that deserves props. So I'm like, I know, like it's funny. Like I'm trying to figure out who it is. So yeah, it's like somebody's already on to my future plans here. Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
it's just kickstarting your new career.
There. Anyway, hey, enough about me. Back to the main man of the hour.
Okay, so another thing we like to do is we like to, with the guests that we have relationships with, like just ask them to kind of describe how we know each other, when we met, all that fun stuff.
Hmm.
So, how do you, Faisal, know all of us?
So Luca and Alan, I met in diversity class, if I'm not mistaken. Was it before that?
I think
I think it was diversity, no?
yes, but I don't know if it
I
was.
think we,
I think we first talked maybe.
yeah.
Maybe that's when we first started talking.
Okay.
We had classes before that because we had three Power and Conflict in winter 2019 together. I remember
Oh,
that.
you were in that. Yes,
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 sir.
yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And we only spoke like last year. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's, yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's how we know each other. And with lovely Alex, we met in interviewing with Ron Peason,
Yes.
which
Shout out
was
to
pretty
Ron.
lit. Yeah, major shout out to
Shout
Ron.
out to Ron.
It's funny. I'll never forget that time we were in his class and the whole wedding situation. Do you remember that? Where like
The
there was this
wedding?
girl that was like, I have a wedding mid semester
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
like exams,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, like we'll probably need to talk afterwards. And for some reason, I jump in. I'm like, it's her wedding. Let her go. In front of the entire class.
I'm
And then
dead.
he just gives me this look, like he wants to laugh, but also wants to give me a death stare, and he's just like unsure, like how to. Yeah. I'm like, how many weddings do you have? You know, like maybe a couple, but like hopefully one for her. But you know, but we'll see.
No shade, no shade.
No
No
shade.
tea, no
It's
shade.
all
That's no
love.
shade.
I'm dead. And also to kind of tell the listeners, so we're alpha, but thus far they've only really gotten the ALA, you know. So what has been your like contribution, I guess, to the whole alpha idea
Creation.
and
Baby.
the creation of the whole alpha process? Because you were definitely a part of that.
Oh yeah.
Mm. To be fair, this is like the fourth time a bunch of friends of me and I have like tried to plan a podcast, and I honestly did not think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
To be totally fair, so that's why I was like in, but also out because I was just like I've been here before. I was like, and I'm
Yeah.
very impressed that it's actually like props to you guys, and you should see their like sets. You know, I'm like wearing AirPods, meanwhile they all have like those like professional like mic sets with like that fuzzy thing in the front that you could just poke a hole through that I really want to do, to be honest. But
Oh, the pop filter, Faisal. Okay.
yeah, that you know. Okay,
And
excuse
it's called
me,
your
podcast
windscreen. Okay.
master Alan. But but yeah, honestly, major props. But yeah, those
Thank you, bro.
conversations lasted like hours long, and I honestly
Mhm.
can't remember exactly what my contribution was, just because they all melded into each other. But that was a journey. I honestly, if you guys can just spark my memory of like what that whole thing was, because I just remember laughing a lot. Like that was the main
Pretty
thing.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's jog your memory here. Okay.
Yeah.
I had an idea. All
Mhm.
right, about a podcast. I told it in our last class or interviewing where it was just like me, Alex, Luca, Ron, and maybe 2 or 3 other individuals. Threw it out. And then we've all finished school. It's one beautiful May night. You know, we're drink in hand, Google Doc open, and like, all right, today's day number 1 of the podcast, you know, the creation of it. So we brainstormed some names, we settled on Alpha Relations, and then I think it was that night or at the following one that we had, it was another chilling along the same lines, and we got you in there, and then we just
Mhm.
gave you the whole spiel about how what we wanted to do. Is that
I
pretty
think there
accurate?
was a little part before that though.
Probably so. Mind you, there was
I
alcohol
think
involved, so I mean,
yes,
yeah.
but okay, so in one of our previous podcasts, we had mentioned this bucket list that we had, or like a to-do
Mhm.
list
Oh,
or
Yeah.
whatever, where Faisal was literally like a part of this conversation, and we just made
Mhm.
like this huge bucket list of everything that we wanted to do post COVID, and like
That I remember.
it was
Yeah.
still when we were the we love Jesse, you know, group.
yo, shout out to Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse. Anyways, okay. She knows.
I'm sure she does.
So we had started the list, and as we were writing the list, Alan was just like mentioning wanting to start a podcast and all of this stuff. And so it was during that conversation or the night that we were creating this bucket list that we wanted is when we were trying to brainstorm like names for the podcast and all of this. So that's like how we came up with Alpha, because we were all a part of the conversation. And what Alan just brought up afterwards when we were, you know, having some
Mhm.
drinks and really getting down to the ideas, I believe it was just the 3 of us, and Faisal was just informed after the fact. But the bucket list and the first discussion of
Mhm.
having the podcast, Faisal was definitely a part of that conversation.
And we're still doing
Yeah.
all that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
We're
also
still-
we're adding under the influence Catan onto that.
Oh my god, I will beat all of you at Catan.
Honestly, super down.
I've
That's
never
that.
played. Like,
Yeah,
is
me
it-
either.
oh,
It's so
well,
fun.
Is it?
It's sure it's really fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's add it to the list. I'll do it after.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, but I can help you, Faisal, because you had said to jog your memory. So yes, we had all of that, but one of your biggest involvements in helping us in the podcast or in like the creation of was our lovely photo shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh la
That
la.
I can't forget that. That was
So
fun.
there you go. Talk about that. What was that like?
That was jokes.
Photography. Mhm.
Honestly, I've never had to direct anyone more than Luca. Like, just,
We all have to direct Lucas. Good.
like this poor guy is just like, it's like look left, he looks right. You know. I love you.
Oh, shit.
This whole
But
bottle
no,
is big stuff.
no, that was jokes. That was a nice day. We had some pizza afterwards, and then like it's a hot group of people, so it's not that difficult to do much with them. So it's good. It was good. It was a nice catch up day too. Like it was we hadn't seen each other in a minute, I believe, at that point.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe,
That's
especially
right.
Alex,
Yeah.
especially Alex too, because
Mhm.
we had caught up beforehand for dinner.
Oh,
with
the night
Luca
of
and
your
Alex.
banana.
True. That's right. Oh
That
yeah.
oh my god,
Oh, that
don't
banana.
that's a trigger right there.
Yo,
That
man.
motherfucking $6 banana. So stupid.
Oh my
For
God.
context, we go to Diperi, if you know what that is in Montreal. It's like you just literally just dip like soft serve ice cream and like just a variation of dips.
And bananas.
And for some reason, I'm a health king, so I'm gonna get a banana. I got charged $6 for a frozen banana dipped in chocolate. Meanwhile, I think Alan got oh no, wait, was it
That was
Luca that got
me.
the
I got a
brownie?
big ass
You got
brownie.
you
That's
paid
true.
less than I did for a brick of a brownie dipped in chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Like just the obesity of it all.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So note
yeah,
to
that was a
self:
good
no
one.
more chocolate dip bananas from the
Yeah, no,
brownie.
definitely not. I ended up literally just eating the chocolate off of it and just throwing the banana. Like just literally threw money in the trash.
Hey, live and learn.
Good
Live and
times.
learn. You're right. So we had seen each other then,
Hmm.
right? And then there we are. Dave, the photo shoot. Whole gang
Hmm.
was there,
Hmm.
and ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, pals. All right, he killed it.
He
Honestly,
did.
Yeah, he
that's
did.
it. That's it.
Thank you.
There was no stress to it. He says, "Yeah, let's go right there." Like
Yeah.
just vibing with the moment, and it was a beautiful day
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
well.
It was a beautiful day. That's true.
Yeah, and it was nice, and it was good to be among good friends, getting fresh
Mhm.
air, and knowing that hey, like we don't know what's going to come later, so let's do this now and enjoy it while we
Mhm.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Faisal, just to backtrack a bit, you were talking about the new job that you've been working at for a couple of months now. That you've been at it, and I just like knowing that you're a recent graduate. You were once upon a time a student, not too long ago. Tell us about what you're doing. What's that been like? How'd you get there as well? So go for it.
So basically, at the moment, I work as a talent acquisition partner, associate talent acquisition partner. So it's an entry level job within the world of recruitment. I was lucky enough to get an in-house job at Essence. So that is apparently a big deal, which I didn't know of because my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, my friend works in the same field," and she's like, "It's ridiculous to get an in-house job at an actual company within that field. So you're very lucky that you got it right off the bat." I was like, nice. I had no idea what I was doing. To be honest, I got it through LinkedIn. To be honest, I started networking in April or May. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm getting close to graduating. I don't know what's going on in this world, so I'm just gonna throw my applications out.
Nice.
And at the same time, I was looking into international programs for just abroad living and a couple options just to see what lands, and that'd be great.
Yeah.
So I ended up reaching out to two of my current colleagues, one of which really went above and beyond, and he made a group on LinkedIn with his manager, and she then scheduled a phone call with me, and
Wow.
I didn't get that position, which is actually the current position I'm in now because I switched
funny.
positions in November. Yeah, I went full circle moment. So I had that phone call, and then the person that got the job is my current colleague who had 5 years of experience, so it makes total sense for him to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she referred me to the other position, which was warehouse recruitment, which is mass recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I had the job from July, and I was starting end of August, so I still had my entire summer Honestly, it was a fun summer. It was a chill summer. And then come August 31st was my first day, and did that job. Loved the team. Loved the position. It was awesome. Mass recruitment's fun, but it's a lot of work.
Mm.
And then come November 14th, I switched over to corporate recruitment, which is more kind of like targeted roles.
Okay.
So it varies from like studio roles to law to finance, accounting. It's really like more niche roles rather than recruiting 10 people a day.
Mhm.
I'm now recruiting like one every 1 to 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, so
wow.
it gets more
So-
Big
specific then.
difference.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a lot more detail oriented.
Mm.
Very different. But yeah, so that is that story. The transition from school to work was just something I just embraced big time, because when I was in university, I was like a full-time student, especially last semester. Honestly, like, not to like, it's gonna sound kind of weird, but like COVID really like gave me the break that I needed,
Mm.
because I mean, quarantine did, not COVID. Like, COVID fucking sucks, but
Yeah.
like quarantine really gave me that break, because by the time it rolled around, I was like working 3 jobs,
Oh wow.
full-time student, and I had like our fieldwork internship.
Oh, field
Damn.
work.
So I was
Mhm.
like, the fuck is going on? Like, this is not what I want in life. Like,
Yeah.
I would chill for a little bit. Like, it would literally get to a point where I would go home purely to change, or like to just sleep or eat and then just leave. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it was really much needed.
Mhm.
And especially working in retail when I was a student too, was just absolutely like, I just hated it. Like, it was just not my industry. It was just exhausting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like constantly on the move. So I didn't really have that like sudden shift. It was just more like, wow, I dropped so many things off my plate, and I can just do this one thing now, rather than like doing like 3 jobs while being a student, while doing my field work, which got cut short, but still it was like hell for like the first eight sessions. So it was a really, really easy, smooth transition for me, and I honestly could not have like asked for anything better than what happened.
That's good. So, like, all things considered, it
Yeah.
was just a very fortunate,
Yeah.
time. You're building momentum, one thing after another. Considering,
Mhm.
the shitty situation that was happening globally there.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's funny. That's funny. That's good
Yeah.
though, man. We're very happy for you that you got that. And in a very just a funky fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The way things work, like,
Yeah.
it's like you cast your own luck, yes, but also like the circumstances need to play into your favor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Like, it's really a mix of both. So no, that was like the better side of 2020 in a nutshell.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
can't complain.
Are you working remotely, or you actually go into the office?
Yeah, it's fully remote at the moment. I think there's like, it's like at least until like August or September that we're expected to go back,
Oh wow.
Mm,
if it doesn't get
Wow.
pushed. So
Yeah,
right.
we'll
that's
see.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And what's that been like? Describe it. Like, you guys work on Zoom. People talking over each other. Is the big boss like cutting out? Forgot to pay the internet bill. That's actually happened, by the way. That's a real life example. Yeah. So
Really?
that happened with our fieldwork teacher. Yeah.
That's jokes.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's been good, really. Like, I haven't, like, obviously, like, in person is a totally different experience. But if there is one thing that I will say from working from home, is I'm definitely more productive.
Mm.
I'm someone that gets distracted very easily when there's a lot of people around me. So I would be like jumping from desk to desk, like annoying my coworkers. But
Mhm.
working from home is definitely more productive in
Mhm.
many ways, but also like your days get lost. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like there's no, like, like when you go to work and you leave, like, okay, like this is a block of my day. That's just like work. But when you're
Yeah.
working from home, you wake up, you're in your PJs. I don't even take a shower. I just log in and I start working.
Mhm.
And then I'm done. I just close my laptop and I stay seated on the couch. So
Mhm.
it's like there's no divider in that sense.
Mhm.
But it's been good. Like, we use Google Hangouts. It's a great tool, honestly. Like, our the one thing I find difficult is like reading social cues over
Mm,
over like webcam, whatever you want to call it, like video chats.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely been like a bit of an awkward thing, and I tend to overthink stuff, so it's like even more awkward for me because I'm like, oh my god, why would I do that? Like an example, it's like I was talking, like we have like a week, like twice a week we have like big meetings, like the entire talent attraction team, and I'm always one of the first just because I like to log in like 3 minutes, like 2-3 minutes early. So I was chatting with the manager. I got in. I'm like, oh, like how are you? And then someone else jumped in, and I meant to like include them both in the same how are you, but instead it kind of seemed like I brushed her off and asked the new person how they.
Oh my god.
So I was, it's stuff like that that gets really awkward.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's weird. It's weird, but it's like you know what, like you got to do what you got to do. Like you got to roll with the punches. So it's a small sacrifice.
That's true. Yeah, well, dude, all things considered, sounds like, I mean, it sounds like you're enjoying yourself, like you're in the process of what you've started, those months ago.
Mhm.
And what is, just taking a look at it, for anyone that could be interested out there, given your role, one of the perks, at least for, of course, unique to yourself, like one thing that really stands out that you enjoy about the job, one thing that's really challenging, and one thing that for yourself, like down the road, that if there's like an improvement you can make, what would it be? Those three things.
So something I enjoy, something I find challenging, something I could improve about myself or the position.
The position, the idea
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
Okay. So something I enjoy, it's very people oriented, which is nice, but not in an overbearing way.
Mm.
If that makes, like, it's you have your work cut out both in like admin work as well as people work, so it kind of balances out, which is nice so far. I mean, I haven't really like gotten the full workload yet, but something challenging. I think I would say maybe like I wouldn't say it's a challenge. Okay, you know what? I have a different one. So in recruitment, you work with a hiring manager, and the first step usually is you, the recruiter.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
decide who goes to that second round. So it's just like it gets to those moments where you're like, but like some people, it's very obvious, yes or no.
Mhm.
But then there are those people where it's like, how do I tell like if they're actually like good for this position or not? That's something that I found very interesting to learn, and I'm still learning it.
Mhm.
Like I still haven't figured it out completely. It's just like there's quite a few people that like linger in like the middle side, like that gray zone of a yes or a no.
Yeah.
And it's that would be like kind of my challenge as to like how do I figure out like where you go? You know what I mean? The nice thing about it is like you play it like chess, where
Mhm.
okay, someone applied here, it might not work out here,
Mm.
but I can move them to another position with another recruiter. You know what I mean? So that's the nice thing about it. But it's just getting used to that like gray zone of a yes or a no, which is interesting. Something I would change would probably be I think like when you get used to the position, it could get kind of impersonal in some ways. Like you forget that you're dealing with human beings,
Mm.
and like these are like people's livelihoods that you're dealing with, and you notice like the more you're in the position for longer, the less that kind of exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but like which makes sense because you can't like get attached to every single person that you ever come
Yeah.
across. So I mean, it makes it's like kind of managing that of like keeping your professionalism intact, but also like not losing the humanity of it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think is the best way to put it. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah. Watch us send this little snippet over to your boss. I mean, like, that man is getting promotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Faisal, that happens. 5% each. Okay. Thank you very much.
Do you get discounts?
Yes, I do, but I'm not allowed to disclose how much.
It's fine.
I'm gonna just say I got a really nice pair of shoes for my birthday, and they're like,
Ooh la la.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, I was
Okay.
like, it's time, it's time.
Love that. Love that for you.
Oh, you guys swap stuff out on me like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So adding on to a little bit to what Alan was talking about, we just want to talk a little bit about maybe some future aspirations you have. What do you see yourself doing on later on? Like, is this where you're planning on staying? Are you planning on going up? You're staying within the fashion industry?
I definitely see myself with this company for a while. There's a lot of potential for growth, and it's nice because it's like it's a healthy work environment, which is nice. And apparently, that's not that common. Like everyone I speak to is like appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I plan too far ahead, to be honest, because I find it just stresses me out more than anything to plan that far ahead.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But it's really something that I just, I go with it and I see where it takes me.
Mhm.
But yeah, the company definitely want to stay here. It's a really like healthy work environment. Just the managerial system is really solid and experienced and willing to help.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I definitely, definitely next step is like letting go of that associate in my position into just like a talent acquisition
Mhm.
partner instead of an associate talent acquisition partner. So I guess that's like my next step.
Nice. Well, that's good. Like, so I mean, you already have the idea of where you want to be orienting yourself next.
Mhm.
It's good. Good.
Mhm.
And if anything, too, I mean, if they start acting up there, it's just like, hey, I know a little bit of organization development now. Okay?
Yeah, for real though.
Concentration though.
Yeah. Hey. Like, I mean, you took the
Gotta put it
classes.
to good use.
That's it.
Damn right.
That's it, man. That's it. Oh, that's good, man. And besides that, like, but what about for yourself? Like, I mean, I know, like, here we are, we're at home, we're stuck. I mean, indefinitely, things look like they might be taking a little more of a steep dive, in the next coming days, next coming weeks. Who knows? But what about for you? Like, I mean, you can't just be all work now.
I mean, at the moment, there's really not much going on because of my shoulder. So, like, that surgery has really put me out for a while. But definitely want to practice more of my photography. My brothers and my sister-in-law just got me a lens for my birthday.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
got a new tool that I can play with that I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
I also, my other brother helped me upgrade my computer, so I want to get back into gaming a little bit.
Hey.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's look.
That's how our chat started. Guys, we forgot to incorporate that. Talk about that with Faisal.
Oh, that is so true.
Oh, that is true.
That's how this whole
Our
group started.
failed Fortnite game that never actually happened.
Yeah, I know.
I installed it.
That's Alan's fault.
I don't
That
think
is
it's
Alan's fault.
Yeah,
Why are you
Alan's
insulted? Why? Alan's like, I'm like, you're the problem.
Whoops.
I don't think we ever played one game.
No,
No,
we
me and
didn't.
Alex played a few like games on iMessage.
That's true. That did happen.
We did.
So
And I
okay.
whooped his ass too.
yeah,
Alex is
she's good at beer pong apparently.
she's got a beer pong and
I'm
basketball.
great at beer pong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luca can attest. Don't
just-
shake your head.
No, it was virtual ping
slapped.
pong. It was virtual ping pong.
lost.
You got
beer pong, not beer pong.
slapped. That's
Yeah,
a
you
different excuse.
Faisal's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It
I
happened.
wasn't even there. I can tell you how you did because she's not good. I'm gonna tell you that.
That's true. That's good, man. Yeah, no, dude, thank you for bringing that up. I was going to, I wrote it down in our questions, to talk about your photography, and just like, I mean, if there's anything that you see yourself like expanding in that realm, like it's a hobby now, but do you ever see yourself like taking that more to like an elevated level in terms of artistically speaking?
I don't know. Like I am realizing that I do like portrait photography a lot.
Mhm.
That is kind of like the route I would want to go through whatever.
Go towards, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that one.
I'm an immigrant.
Oh my god!
I can use that line when it works for me. Okay.
You see this card?
Like 10 minutes ago, I was like, "This is why I speak English so well."
Yeah.
But I think portrait photography is definitely like what interests me the most. Whether it be like animals, humans, there's just something about like capturing that like living thing in a moment that just says so much. Yeah, I think definitely that. I've been like maybe thinking of like incorporating that into like kind of event photography.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, maybe that would be something like long term that I could like practice and go with. Yeah, it's no concrete plans, but I'm open to it. You know what I mean? Like I kind of know like what route I like in the photography world. And we'll see if I can get more creative. I saw this Instagrammer that does like the sickest edits. Like she like took photos of her family with wands and like a Harry Potter full like set, and
Oh,
then
cool.
it's like she like cast like each one of them cast a spell, and it spelled out like 2021 from the wand going up.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
really, really cool. I was like, that'd be sick. If I can learn how to do that, that'd be
Yeah.
Mhm.
like creative portrait photography. That would be like, I think, really cool.
Well,
Like,
if you ever need models, Faisal, you got 3 of them.
You already know.
No,
Unless you want
true.
speed dial.
Yeah.
You got a Luca in here, okay?
Honestly.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And for everyone out there, you got to get your hands on a
Oh,
Luca.
Luca.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Bigger fashion model than Gigi Hadid
Yes,
and all.
they
all
are
of
a
them.
Who?
rare breed. Okay. Yeah.
Reactionless as fuck. I love you, Luca.
It's just a roast show at this point.
I don't know what it is about Luca, but every time like I talk to him, it's like love, but in like the roughest way possible.
Bro, this isn't even the roughest it's been. That's the funniest part, though. You know?
No, this is tame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I honestly, I think the day of the photo shoot, I think Luca was just like, "Fuck this guy!" Like I'm over. Go shove his camera up somewhere he doesn't want it. Like, it was just like I think it was just like done. That's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love.
I think Faisal, like you're on the road to doing some great things, and you have been doing some great things, and you're in a sense, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, you know me and the cheesy, you know, like
Mhm.
he's like shaking his head. I'm like, oh yeah,
Gouda.
oh yeah.
Gouda.
You, my good sir, you know, are a good beacon of inspiration for a lot of us, you know, emerging adults who are making that crossover. You know, hey, listen to my words. Don't start laughing just yet. We're together, all right? Who are attempting that crossover, you know, from the school life, especially coming from a virtual school life into the real working world, which is also has gone into the virtual world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he could do it, we could do it too.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a compliment or not.
No, like,
You know,
why
it did
couldn't
sound
he
like a-
do it?
This
It did
dumbass
sound like a
can
shot.
do it. We can do it.
That did sound like a shot.
Yeah, that was
Take
like,
it as you will.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think it was supposed to be inspiration. That
I think so too. I think
But-
he was like trying to add some shade into the sun.
no,
Just a little bit.
never. But seriously, in other words, kudos to you. You're killing it.
I appreciate your words.
All right. And I do believe just before we sign off here that Faisal, I think you might have something to say there.
ALFA Relations, drive forward change.
No.
I don't know. If
Hey, Ron.
I can't tell if that was on purpose or not.
Drive change forward, right?
Driving.
Yeah?
Change
Okay.
forward.
I like said it. I said the right words, but it's like on a different.
Yeah, you moved a few words around.
Yeah.
So should we try this again?
If you want to round two, yeah.
Sick. Yes. All right.
Okay,
ALFA Relations, drive change forward.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. Yeah.
Was it not it?
It's driving. Driving change forward.
Okay, round three.
Okay,
I'm
all
gonna
right.
get it. I'm gonna get it. This, third time's the charm.
Where's the sass, Faisal?
You want the sass?
Where's your flair?
Put the zaddy
Bro.
into it. Okay.
Put
Come
the
on.
zaddy into
Put
it.
the zaddy into it.
You're putting him on the spot now. It doesn't come out when it's like forced.
We gotta provoke you. We gotta put something in front of you in order to trigger it. Okay.
All right. Okay, ready?
See it?
Let's get it.
Think of your Luca. All right. Think of a Luca.
All right, bitches.
There we go.
ALFA Relations,
Ooh.
drive that motherfucking change forward.
Ooh, there
Even
we
though
go.
it's supposed to be driving, but drive it better that time, so I'm gonna just take it. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was good. We like that one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.